afternoon, everybody. Welcome to News 5 Now. Let's look at your headlines on this Tuesday afternoon. Amtrak service will soon be in Mobile. We'll tell you when you can hop on the train, where you can go, and how much it'll cost you. Also, the Archdiocese of Mobile has a new leader. I'll tell you all about the new Archbishop. Also ahead, President Donald Trump's budget bill passes the Senate, and a Mobile man withdraws his guilty plea. A lot to talk about right now on News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to News 5 Now. I'm Devin Walsh. Boy, have we had a busy news day. You know, I love it when we have a busy day that has a lot of positive news. Big deal with the Amtrak rail service coming to Mobile. We're going to break down some information about that. If you're thinking, hey, it might be fun to go to New Orleans or pop over to Bay St. Louis on the train. How long will it take me? How much will it cost? I'm going to get into that. Plus, big surprise when I woke up this morning that Mobile has a new Archbishop. As you know, or may not know, but Archbishop Thomas Rhodey announced his retirement. It's been over a year now, and a lot of people were wondering, when in the world are we getting a new Archbishop? Well, we have one. I will introduce you to him in just a few minutes. So let's go ahead and get right to our big stories at this hour, but we're going to start on the national level right now with the U.S. Senate passing the GOP budget bill, otherwise known as President Trump's Big Beautiful Bill. The bill passed by a vote of 50-50. J.D. Vance, the vice president, broke the tie. 3 Republicans voted against it, with the rest voting along party lines. The bill now heads to the House. Number 4, more than 100 new laws are now in effect in Florida. Among a couple of them, a statewide ban on fluoride, so fluoride will not be put in the water. Another new law brings stricter punishments for so-called super speeders. People got caught driving 50 miles above the speed limit. I was thinking about that. So if you're going 30 to 35 and you're going 85, you're in a lot of trouble. First time offense can land you up to 30 days in jail and a $500 fine. Number 3, a Mobile man is set to go to trial for a murder charge back in April of 2020. Hiram Davis withdrew his guilty plea for manslaughter this morning in the shooting death of Alvin Dees Jr. Davis and his brother Harry allegedly shot and killed Dees at the Pepper Tree Apartments on Sperry Road in August of 2020. Hiram's trial date is now set for August. Number 2, the Archdiocese of Mobile has a new leader. Pope Leo XIV appointed the Most Reverend Mark Rivituso as the 3rd Archbishop of the Archdiocese. He succeeds Archbishop Thomas Rhodey, who submitted his notice of retirement in March of last year. Rivituso comes to us from St. Louis, where he is the bishop. He said that he has already felt that Southern hospitality. He feels very welcome. He is looking forward to rolling up his sleeves and getting involved with works of charity in our area. Welcome, Archbishop Mark Rivituso. And number 1, after years of speculation, committees, and planning, passenger rail service is almost here. Amtrak officials held a news conference this morning announcing the Mardi Gras service. It's going to begin August 18th out of Mobile. Fares are $15 each way to get to New Orleans. It's going to take you about 4 hours to get to New Orleans because there are a bunch of stops along the way, including Pascagoula, Gulfport, Biloxi, and Bay St. Louis. It'll cost you a little bit less each way if you're trying to go to Mississippi. If you want to go to New Orleans, leaves at 6. Mobile leaves Mobile at 6:30 in the morning and arrives again 4 hours later, and then comes back to Mobile at 4:30 in the afternoon. So you'd get back about 8:30. So you'd spend the whole day in New Orleans, hop back on the train, and then come home. And that is a look at our big stories at this hour. All right, everybody, we want to get to our question of the day, and this has to do with alligator Alcatraz. President Trump is actually in the Everglades today, taking a look at this facility that they're dubbing alligator Alcatraz. It's called that because of the wildlife that is surrounding it. that it would be hard for someone to escape with alligators, pythons, black panthers, all those things all around it. So we're asking you this. Would you want an immigration detention center in your city? Would you want an immigration detention center in your city? Let's look at your comments. I'm good with it. If it was humane, provided legal assistance, and respected the Constitution, then my answer is yes. No, Danny says, alligator Alcatraz is perfect. So there's a lot of comments that I'm just not comfortable reading out loud because they are not kind, and so I don't want to read those comments coming out of my mouth. But if you would like to read the comments, go ahead and do so. And you can find those on our question of the day on WKRG.com, but I am not going to engage in those comments. Okay, now what about our poll of the day? And we're going to talk about your thoughts on the Alabama hemp ban. The House bill in Alabama bans smokable hemp products, synthetic forms of THC, and limits the potency of gummies and THC drinks. So we want to know your thoughts. Does the bill go too far? Are you okay with it? Do you have an opinion on the topic? So let us know what you think, your thoughts on the Alabama hemp ban. And it goes too far, no opinion, or I'm fine with it. Those are your choices. And so if you would like to participate in our poll or our question of the day, you can do it till 5:30 tonight on WKRG.com or WKRG's Facebook page. Okie dokie, everybody. That's going to do it for me for News 5 Now. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you back for WKRG News 5 at 5.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never need an appointment.